So first off, I appreciate all the praise. But one of the things I can say from a decade and a half of doing this, there's delivering the content and the frameworks, and then there's the hard work of putting them into place and changing, being open to change, challenging your own thoughts. As Dan Sullivan says, thinking about your own thinking. And what you just hit, both of you, I don't know how many times I've heard over the years, you said throw in the towel, Christy. Oh, man, I'm tired of managing people. I'm just going to lifestyle it out. Like I went there, I hit burnout. It was chaos. I would train my competition. I had this headache of personnel. And so you know what? I'm downsizing, and it's just going to be a small team, and we're just going to lifestyle it and like life again. But you also hit, and this is why you guys are Triad Scholar of the Year last year, by the way, because you've been so incredibly coachable, and you're like using our terms. You're like advisor in charge model. And the cool thing is you were just building with the wrong blueprints.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of the old school agency model where it was all the constraint was you, all of that was on you, versus developing a team, empowering a team, creating career tracks inside of your firm. And you said kind of this light bulb moment went off, business development. Our industry is, if I hear another shiny marketing object thrown around on emails or webinars or Facebook ads, that is not the answer.
Yeah.
Half the time you ask an advisor, hey, how are you different from the competition down the street? They don't even know. It's like they start listing their services off. Oh, well, we've got great service. We're people really like and trust us. Like, no, that's not a differentiating factor.
Yeah.
And so there's so much there that you hit on, but it's a testament to you all being incredible students and being open to just challenging the thoughts you had before and exploring a new way. Does that spur any additional thoughts or ideas? Just kind of how did you shift that? Like, because that takes trust, and that takes going to the unknown and the fearful place that is often scary. And I've seen advisors tiptoe out and then like, oh, that didn't work. And then they run the other way back to the old way. How did you all process through that?
Yeah, I would say that like meeting you guys and, finding people that are really authentic, and because we've worked with 3 different I know there's some bad words. We don't want to say marketing agencies or.
We can say it. So there's in our industry, those that are in it will know, field marketing organization, which is a bad word at Triad because we're a business development company. Yes. To your point, but
yes, you are.
Yeah. So go ahead though.
Yeah. So really finding coaches, right? Coming and visiting you guys, real authentic individuals. Like Christy she is the key, she is the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like she's the soul of the company. Like she's
I wouldn't say that. I'm more like Mama Bear. Like I'm the gatekeeper. Like,
yeah.
Tell me why I should trust you. And then tell me again. And then I'm not going to trust you, and talk to me in 3 months and tell me again.
Well, this is why you and my wife, Sarah, get along, because Sarah on the Enneagram, she's an Enneagram 6, which is known as the loyal skeptic. So that might be a little bit of you too, Christy. You're like, prove it.
Yeah, you mentioned that in something recently, and I was like, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
So,
which is great because that kind. David's hitting the gas. You're kind of tapping the brake and saying, hey, let's make sure this is like it checks out. That's it. Your differences are a strength there. That's a really cool dynamic.
But your guys' approach, like we've seen and heard it all. Like we've seen it all, and everyone else is the same. When we came out to you guys, I mean, you kind of knew that, the story of burnout, how to take, difference of success and significance, and really having a business that blesses your life and not controls it. And we've lived that. Like we have money's, we've made plenty of money, but we had no time to spend it, or wasn't, if we stopped working, then there was no revenue. So we really wanted to find people that can coach us to build a business. Jim Collins wrote a great book, Built to Last, Successful Habits of Visionaries. And I read that book years ago. And when I came and visited you guys, I felt when we left there, I'm like, these are the guys that can help us build a business to last that's bigger than us. And it just felt good. It was authentic. You know, I like to jump in, like you said, I am all gas. I like to jump into things quickly and implement it. But what you guys were, because that same week we interviewed another organization and they led with marketing and, you know, they took us out to, they put us in a nice hotel. They did all the things that, you know, normally that you see, talking to us about that. Yeah, if you come work for us, you'll get 2 nice trips a year. I'm like, I can go on my own trips. You know, I want to really build a business and really impact people's lives, our clients' lives, our team members' lives that last well beyond, you know, our tenure in the business. And you guys have, I would say, you always say you want to under promise, over delivered. You guys have over delivered in every single area, and it's not even close.